Yeah.
Good evening, I am Jack Fujii and welcome to the 8th session of Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture. Focus on Agriculture is a one-credit course offered by your College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. And we come to you live every Thursday evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus. Before we go on, if I could have the Elmo, please. If there are any of you that have to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me by mail at 200 West Kawili Street, Hilo, Hawaii, 96720-4091, or by phone at 974-7393, and by fax at 974-7674. And for those of you on the internet or the email, you can email me at jfujii@hawaii.edu. For those of you who are taking the class for credit, don't forget that your recipes are due in my office on or before March 31st of this month, so make sure you get your recipes into me, otherwise you will be docked one letter grade. Since we are coming to you live this evening at approximately 8 p.m., those of you in the viewing audience and of course those of you here in the classroom can jot down questions and give us a call. And so I hope you give us a call at approximately 8 p.m. this evening. We have another very interesting presentation for you this evening. We are featuring Arnold Myasaki. Arnold is the educational specialist at the College of Agriculture here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and he is our educational specialist in animal science. And joining Arnold is his wife, Tila, or Doumi, and we also have with us Teddi Brown. Teddi is one of our students in the College of Agriculture. So we're going to do some I guess local cooking and some kind of Latin American type cooking. So I'm going to turn the class over to Arnold, so why don't we get started?
Good evening. When Jack asked me to come on and to do his cooking show, I didn't want to because I'm not a cook and I don't have a restaurant. And what am I going to cook, you know? Then I started thinking about it, and he really wanted me to come on, so I started thinking about, you know, what should I cook? And then I thought about my experience in South America. If you don't know, I was living down there for about 20 years, and we were farming down there. And I went there as a Peace Corps volunteer and stayed down there and farmed. And we were in the tropics in slash and burn type agriculture. So it was really a subsistence type of living. So tonight, most of the dishes, I think, is dishes that I prepared down there. And so since this is a university course, I thought it'd be more, not only cooking, but educational for you folks also. And I might just add in some things about lifestyle down there in Bolivia. And also, you might hear some Spanish words, so you might pick up some Spanish along the way.
And also, Arnold, you were actually born and raised here in Hilo, and then you went to College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources at UH Manoa, graduated from there, and then went into the Peace Corps, right?
Yeah, and I went to a Peace Corps, and then we decided with a group of friends to start a farm down there, mainly to help the people, continue our work. And while I was down there, I met my wife, so we got married and we had a family. So my family was born and raised down there. And so when we came back, must have been in '87, I guess we came back just like immigrants with just the suitcases, and my family didn't know any English at all, so they had to learn. So it was
might add
quite
that
an experience.
when Arnold went down to Bolivia, he his mission was to train the Bolivians the American ways, but I think the Bolivians trained Arnold the Bolivian way.
Yeah, I was there maybe a little too long. Became a Bolivian. So tonight, anyway, the first dish we're going to prepare is what we call in Spanish Desayuno Completo. Desayuno is breakfast in Spanish, and completo is complete. So it's a complete breakfast. And in the restaurant in our area, if you go to the restaurant and you want to eat a breakfast over there, they'll have a sign, Desayuno Completo. So we'll prepare the dish for you. At least we'll prepare two dishes, two breakfast dishes. Desayuno Completo consists of cooking banana. This is a cooking banana. This is the banana I finally found in Hawaii that's very similar to the plantain banana or the cooking banana that we had in Bolivia. There's other bananas over here, but it's not as, I guess when you cook it, it's not as sweet as this one. So we'll be preparing this one. And cooking banana, if you cut it, well, this doesn't show it, but usually it's more orange color than the regular banana. And if you eat it raw, it'll be, you have more starchy or sticky feeling of the banana in your mouth, you know. So, but when you cook it, all that, I think the carbohydrate turn to sugar, so it becomes real sweet. So, so she'll be slicing the bananas, and usually you can get 4 slices to a banana, and then you fry the banana. And the Desayuno Completo consists of fried bananas, what you call lomo or meat, like barbecue meat, and also tomato on top. So it's a complete breakfast in a way, because you have the vegetable, the carbohydrate, and the protein. So that's what she's going to prepare right now. And on the side, in the meantime, I'll talk about the cassava, because I think the first cooking that we did over here must have been, what, 10 years ago, huh?
Yeah, about there, Arnold.
Yeah, it started off with cassava, and a lot of people over here didn't know about cassava. And so that educated the people over here about cassava, because I didn't know anything about cassava when I went to Bolivia. And then I learned about it over there, and I even learned to like eating the cassava. Cassava is a plant that's grown in the tropics, and all the third world countries have it, I think, in South Pacific, Asia, South America, Central America, Africa. They all know about cassava. And it's a root crop, and it's like a shrub that grows, and it produces root. And I have one over here.
And cassava grows well in Hawaii, right?
Oh, it does real well. Also, it grows well in marginal crops. That's why you see it a lot in third world countries. And it's a plant that you don't even have to take care.
You don't even have to fertilize it, right?
No, even the branches, if you just throw it on the ground, it'll grow. And before you know it, you have a place covered with cassava. So you got to be careful when you harvest. You don't just throw the branches on the ground, or it'll just sprout up. And before you know it, you can't even walk inside the field.
That's right.
So this is the cassava. And what you do is you have to peel the outside. Cut both ends. And I found in Hawaii there's about 2 or 3 different varieties of cassava. And this is a white cassava, and it's, well, it's white, but there's a yellow cassava also. And the only bad part about cassava is that it doesn't have a long shelf life. In 2 or 3 days, what's going to happen is there's going to be fungus over here, black, and it'll get blacker and blacker. So if you harvest the cassava, you should use it within 2 days. If you go down to the farmer's market, I think there's several ladies that sell the cassava. So you peel it outside.
So that outside skin is about a 1/4 inch thick, huh?
Yeah, this variety is good because you can peel it easy. The others you have to peel it with a knife.
And so you have that in our sustainable agriculture plot right up at the farm.
So any students want the cuttings, I have it right now, so you can take it after class and plant it. So what you do is you boil the cassava. And
So how long does a plant take to get a tuber like that?
It takes about, if you want a good sized tuber, it will take about 8 months to a year. And if it goes over about 14 or a year and a half, I think it gets too fibrous. So you have to harvest between 8 months and 14 months, more or less.
So if you stagger the planting, then you can have cassava all year round.
Right. And the thing about, like, if you're in the Paniava region where we are, the farm, you'll know that it's all rocky. So what I did over there was I put a cinder bed about 1 foot high, and I just put compost where I'm going to plant the cassava. And once it starts growing up, then there's no problem. Besides that, I have two old photos of the Elmo.
Okay,
you can see
we'll
the
put
cassava plant.
Photograph of mature cassava trees or bushes on the Elmo here. And let's see if we can zoom down on it. Okay, there's our, we could have the Elmo please. There's cassava growing there. And also here's another picture. So about how tall does this get?
If you don't prune it, you can get about close to 10 feet high. But over here, you don't want it, if you grow it on a cinder bed, you don't want it to grow too high because last weekend when we had a strong wind, if you had to have it high, it'll just knock everything down. So you just have to keep it about 5 feet high. So every so often you prune it. If you can have the camera to look at the color of the bananas, cooking banana, it's turning real yellow, and you want that color more or less, and it's more or less ready and cooked.
So Arnold, you got to explain how we prepare this.
Cassava?
No, the complete breakfast.
Oh, yeah, you just fry the bananas until it's about that color, and then you prepare the, well, over there in Bolivia, the meat is just salt and pepper.
So is this something similar to our $1.99 breakfast that we see some of the restaurants over here?
I guess
2 eggs, hash brown, and
I guess it's kind of similar. The only thing over here in Bolivia, they have the tomato.
oh,
See?
okay.
And
So what kind of meat are you using for this complete breakfast?
we're using the teriyaki.
Teriyaki meat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can use whatever you want.
But you always have to have some meat with it, huh?
Yeah, the fried egg goes well with the banana, the cooking banana, real well.
So what are the different ingredients to make this Desugino Completo?
Different ingredient.
Yeah, what do you use? A cooking banana,
Cooking banana, meat, and tomatoes.
Eggs? Tomatoes?
Egg, tomatoes and egg.
an egg.
Yeah, just a slice of tomato. You put.
Wow, that is simple, huh?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's a dish that everybody wants. I remember even the Peace Corps volunteers that were working down there. Whenever they went to town, they always asked for that desayuno completo.
Okay. And then what do? You just salt and pepper your teriyaki?
Yeah, but my wife was saying that over there for the meat they use a lot of, in Spanish it's comino. Comino is, I guess in English is cumin.
I
And
mean the spice cumin?
yeah, they use a lot over there. And the cumin or the comino that they use down there, usually when they buy it, the people buy it, it's, how do you say it? It's not
It's not smashed?
not smashed.
It's the whole seed.
The whole seed.
Okay.
So every household down there has a stone with a depression, and they have another round stone, and then they put a little bit of water with the seed or the cumin, and they
Is it
roll it
cumin
and
like
crush it.
coriander seed or something? Or
No, it's kind of long and slender.
oh, I see.
It's like that seed that sticks on your hands.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
And also you can see that we're preparing a dish for the cassava, so we're boiling the cassava
okay.
right there.
And how long do you boil the cassava?
More or less about 15 to 20 minutes. And once you know that it's soft, then you take out the water, because if you don't take out the water, it'll get too soggy.
In other words, the cassava will absorb all that water and
Yeah.
it'll be just too soggy, you say?
Right.
Okay.
So then all you do is test it with a fork or and just poke it, and if it goes in, then it's cooked already.
Okay. And you don't boil the cassava with the skin on? You always take the skin off before you boil it?
Yeah, we always take the skin off first. We don't boil it like people boil taro.
Actually, there's cyanide or something inside the skin?
Yeah,
Something
they
like
say
that?
that cassava contains the hydrocyanic acid, and that's why you always cook the cassava. You don't eat it raw, and because of the hydrocyanic acid. And but once you cook it, should be that cyanic acid should be gone.
But most of that is inside the outer skin, right?
Right. I heard that there's sweet cassava that you can eat raw, but
But cassava is actually what you make tapioca from. Tapioca comes from cassava.
yeah, I think that's the starch. But no,
Okay.
that's what I think. Some people say that you gotta grate the cassava and then soak it, let it soak it in water, and all that stays on the bottom. That's the starch.
Okay.
So
So actually the starch for this complete breakfast is your cooking banana, huh?
right, yeah.
Okay, and where can we pick up some cooking banana?
Oh,
Farmer's market?
probably farmers market. I heard that Sure Safe have cooking bananas too.
Hey, don't mention any
Oh,
names now.
sorry.
Supermarket. Okay.
Okay. While it's cooking, we'll prepare a salad.
Okay.
Okay. I think we'll prepare the cucumber salad. Tuna
Cucumber salad. Okay.
Down there in that region where it's slash and burn, it's sustainable agriculture. So you don't have supermarkets to buy your food, and your main concern is and time is producing the food for your family. So everybody down there plants rice. You plant rice for your house, and you plant rice for your cash crop. And so when you plant your rice, usually you plant the rice around, you clear your land between July to September. Then you plant your rice, and you September, October, you plant your rice, and then you harvest your rice around March, April. So it takes about 5 months. But usually the rainy season comes when your rice is just about flowering, or it's already flowered. So that's when you need the rain. And one thing I learned was, this rice is dryland rice. It's not paddy rice like Southeast Asia. And I really was kind of ignorant on that, because I thought all rice grew in paddies. But when I went to Bolivia, then I learned that you get a lot of dryland rice. And so when you're planting your rice, what you do is you plant cucumbers. And so wherever there's cleared space between your rice field, you put cucumbers.
So you let the vine just grow on the ground instead of on a trellis?
Yeah, just let it grow on the ground. And And later on, I try to stagger the planting a little bit because you can harvest bag full of cucumbers, and it's like organically grown because you don't spray anything, and so you have a lot of cucumbers. So we used to make a lot of salad. So we're gonna prepare
Cucumber salad?
Cucumber salad. And what we used to do, a very simple dish. You get the cucumber, you harvest your cucumber, we used to take off the skin, take the inside out, and just cut it up like this.
Okay, so you peel the skin off.
Yeah, take out the
remove
seeds,
seeds.
and then we just put it in here.
Okay.
And then we'll add the
This is a cucumber tuna salad, huh?
yeah.
I mean, you had tuna.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that we had. We either had tuna or we had sardine, the tomato sardine.
Or in the can.
Yeah.
What about corned beef? Any Spam?
If you wanted Spam, you had to go to the city.
Oh, I
The
see.
big city. La
But
Paz.
out in the country where you live, they had a lot of tuna in a can, huh?
Yeah, tuna and
Sardines?
sardines. That's about it as
I
far as
see.
fish. Oh, we had fish from the river also, but that was seasonal too.
Geez, so if you didn't do your own farming out there, you're going to starve, huh?
Yeah, so you gotta work.
You know, when Arnold came back from Bolivia, he was slim and trim, but, you know, I guess coming back to Hawaii was the good life, and it looked like he put on a lot of weight here.
I did put on a lot of weight. In fact, I put on more than what you see right now, but I'm starting to lose it again.
And also, when you were out in Bolivia, you used to raise cacao, right?
Yeah, we had a small cacao orchard. Cacao, if you don't know, is where you get the chocolate from, the beans. So we used to raise that too. But our main production was, at the end, was making cheese.
And then you had a herd of dairy cows, right?
Yeah, we had a dairy herd, and then we milked the cows by hand and twice a day, and made cheese.
Okay, why don't you explain what's happening here?
Okay, so all you do is add the tuna.
Okay.
Over there in Bolivia, they don't call it tuna, you know. They call it, and I can't figure out why they call it that, because it's just like tuna.
What do they call it?
They call it atún
Atún.
instead of tuna,
Okay.
and I can't figure out why.
It's almost like tuna.
Yeah.
Atún. And you take all the juice out of the tuna before you put the
Yeah.
tuna into the...
My wife, well, we had onions, but she wanted to add what's this?
Onion, red onion,
No, the
vinagre,
cilantro.
pico, perejil, parsley.
Oh, parsley. Yeah.
Or you add some parsley
Yeah.
and some Maui onions.
Maui and red
Red.
onions.
Maui and red onions. Okay.
Yeah,
you
in
just-
Bolivia, when we went to Bolivia, it was just the onions were all red.
Okay.
There was no other onions. It's Doumi. It's vinagre or jugo.
Vinagre y limón.
Es bastante.
About how many onions is that?
How much onions?
It's one onion and half red and one
Half red and half
one
half Maui
Maui
onion.
Uh, un puesto
Sliced real fine with some parsley.
pimienta. Sorry, pimienta. Yeah, and just all you have to do is mix it.
Okay.
And over there, we don't have the store that you can buy salad dressing, so you have to make your own. So
Okay.
it's so easy because all you do is put a little bit oil, olive oil or whatever oil you have, cooking oil,
Okay.
and vinegar, and pepper and
And
salt.
then you put a little bit of pepper in there, you say?
Yeah,
Pepper to taste?
yeah. That's all you need, and it's so simple. And we used to make a whole plate full or a bowl full, and that was our meal.
You mean
This and rice.
just your cucumber tuna salad and rice?
Oh yeah. That's it.
No wonder you're so slim and trim.
Healthy food.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Okay, that's done. So it's so easy to do.
Okay, and then what else you gonna add? Did you add,
Did we add pepper?
you
We
added
added pepper,
pepper, and you added the oil?
No, like this.
No salt. Taste.
Okay,
See, that's it.
I think she added some pepper, but,
You need salt.
Salt, okay.
okay, a little bit of salt.
This is all guesswork right now. Hope it doesn't come too salty.
Okay, no,
Yeah, we don't want to make it too salty for the older people. Huh?
that's right. These young students here, they can take the salt a little more, huh?
Yeah.
But not too good.
Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
And so you mix the oil and vinegar in with the onions?
Yeah.
So about how much how much oil do you put in? How much vinegar?
Whatever you want.
No.
To taste?
Just to taste, you know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be real exact. You want more vinegar taste, you put more vinegar,
Okay.
you know. And over there, we used to make our own vinegar.
So what am I going to say in my cookbook?
Well,
To taste?
To taste. Everything's to taste.
Okay.
Let's cover the papaya salad right now.
Okay, that's a cucumber tuna salad.
Yeah.
And now you're going to do the papaya bean salad.
Yeah.
You mean to say you had papayas down there in Bolivia?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture. And this evening we're featuring Arnold Myasaki and Doumi Myasaki and Teddy Brown. Arnold is our educational specialist at the College of Agriculture. And Doumi also teaches part-time at Waikea High School, and of course Teddy is our pre-vet student here at the College of Agriculture. Okay, what are you doing, Arnold?
This is not banana. This is papaya that we already cooked. It's green papaya.
Okay, tell me how you do this now.
So I just get a real green papaya,
Okay,
and it's good if you can get it maybe a day before you want
Okay.
to use it, because green papaya has the sap in it.
okay,
So if you just cut the papaya or outer skin with a knife, so let it sort of bleed.
all that white sap come
Yeah,
out.
and
huh?
then you use it, wash it, and then you use it. Then when you work it, I don't think you have that much sap
Okay,
to deal with.
so you peel it, and then you cut it in half and take the seeds out and let
Right.
it sit for a day.
No. You peel it, you cut it in half, and then you cut it in chunks,
Okay,
and then you put it in a pot with boiling water, and you boil it, just like you're boiling potatoes.
oh, and how long do you boil it?
Same like cassava.
Till it's soft?
Yeah.
Okay,
And then, but you know, some bananas you think it's green, and then you cut it and you see yellow, orange inside. That's not too good, because well, it depends how you like your papaya, because if you get that orange thing in coloring, when you cook it, you'll find that it'll become sweet.
so you want real green
Right.
papaya.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then all you do is add the beans. Where's the beans?
okay, what kind of beans do you use?
We use that. We're using the black-eyed.
Black-eyed peas?
Yeah, and the what do you call it? The black beans.
Black beans,
Yeah, because that's two beans that we used to have down there.
okay.
And when we used to plant the rice, we also started to plant beans for our source of protein. And we used to plant these black-eyed beans and also the black beans. And they produce real well. The only problem is that when it's ready to harvest, you better harvest it, because when it starts to rain, it'll be all spoiled. And a couple of days of rain and the beans are not good already. So if it's good weather, you just have to harvest a lot. So all we're gonna do is now add some of these beans in here.
So now the beans that you're using here are the canned beans.
No, we bought the packaged one. It's not canned. We have to boil it.
Oh, you bought the
Packaged.
packaged black-eyed beans and black beans,
Yeah.
and then you just boiled it,
Yeah. We had to, you gotta soak it
soak it overnight,
overnight.
okay, and
then boil it.
And then boil it,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so this is all you're starting from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the papayas and the beans, and what else?
Uh,
A little bit of vinegar to taste, and a little bit of
yeah, that we are same.
oil, olive oil.
Salt, oil.
Okay, a little salt and pepper,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's simple enough, folks. Want all you students here at the college to try this out if you like it.
Well, my wife said that she wants to put cheese in here, so we'll add cheese in here.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of cheese are you?
I guess it's one we got from the store.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella, I think.
Mozzarella cheese. Okay. And this is about how much olive oil you're going to put in there?
Maybe about 2-3 tablespoons, I guess.
Okay. And what kind of vinegar do you use?
I think we use apple cider. Apple cider.
Apple cider vinegar?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
This it over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this dish doesn't have too much calories.
No. This is one dish that it's so easy to prepare, and papaya grows every place. I mean, the birds propagate it, so we don't plant papayas over there. They just appeared in the rice field. Of course, I don't think they're as sweet as the papaya in Hawaii.
The beans that you grow, you let the beans pods get big and dry, and then you harvest it?
Yeah. One time I remember we used to plant a lot of soybeans over there for our animals, for protein. And if you do it by hand, it's a lot of work. Anything by hand is a lot of work. And that's when we first learned that when it starts to rain, your soybean is going to be gone. I mean, it's all going to be rotten. So we used to try to harvest it a lot, but we didn't have a machine to process that harvested bean. We had to harvest it all by hand and then put it in underneath the roof, and then later on try to shell all the soybean, and that was hard work.
Problems with rodents attacking your stored rice and beans and things like this?
Yeah, we always had problems with that. Even with rice, I learned that when you're harvesting the rice, it seems like it's dry. So the first year we harvested our rice, and of course you harvest all by a small knife, hand by hand, harvest the rice. And when we stored it, I didn't realize there was so much moisture in it. And before we know it, that stored area was hot because of the moisture. So actually you have to dry the rice after you harvest it, and then you store it.
Okay. Okay, so we've got
So we got
the
2 dishes, huh?
papaya bean salad, the cucumber tuna salad, and we're doing the complete breakfast. And how's your cassava doing over there?
It's already cooked, I think.
Okay.
We gotta mash it, I guess. Huh?
Okay. So you're gonna make a masako.
Yeah, which is mashed cassava, and then you put, I guess you're gonna put pork in it, pieces of pork in it when it's already mashed, and then pieces of cheese in it. And since the cassava is hot, the cheese is gonna melt, and then you add a little bit salt, and that's it.
Okay, and then what kind of pork do you use? Like pork butt, and then just cut it up into pieces?
I think this one we use pork loin,
Okay.
but you can use any kind. You can use pork, you can use meat, doesn't really matter.
And then you cut it into small pieces, and then you fry it, and then you mix it into the mashed cassava with the cheese when
Yeah.
it's hot, and the cheese melts right into the cassava,
Right.
and that's what you call masako.
Yeah, and that usually it's prepared for breakfast,
Okay.
and like you use a lot of energy during the day, so when you prepare masako, you prepare a lot, and then for each person you have a big plate full. But by the time you lunchtime, you're hungry again.
So breakfast is your main dish in
Yes.
Bolivia?
Yeah, it's one of the main dishes also. Yeah.
Okay. So how are we doing with the teriyaki there, Teddy?
Good.
Okay.
It's
Maybe we can
frying.
get our overhead camera into the big skillet there and see the teriyaki meat cooking. And that's all for the complete breakfast.
Yeah.
And then now, what are you going to do, Arnold? You're going to...
Before we start preparing the masako, we're gonna prepare one of the other dishes is arroz con leche. Arroz con leche means in English it's rice pudding, I guess.
Okay.
And since we had a small dairy, we always had a source of milk. So whenever we didn't have anything to eat, we had always rice and we had milk. So, and my kids love arroz con leche. So we used to make a lot of this, or rice pudding. And you can eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Okay, so you just use regular rice, polished rice?
Yeah, regular rice. And
Can you use brown rice?
yeah, you can use brown rice.
Okay, so how do you make it? You put the rice with water?
You cook the rice first, and then after you cook the rice, you add the milk,
Okay.
and then you just stir it.
So,
You can
so
explain.
when you make the boil the rice, how much rice and how much water do you put in?
I cook this one in the regular rice cooker.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 cups of rice and 4 cups of water, and just cook it in the rice cooker.
Yes.
Okay, and then when the rice is cooked, then what do you do?
I prepare in another part. I use the sugar cane. I boil it with 1 cup water, and
This is raw sugar cane,
yes,
and you boil it with 1 cup of water,
yes. I added clove and cinnamon.
clove and cinnamon.
Clove and cinnamon, yes.
Okay.
And boil it, then strain it, then I added the condensed milk, and then the rice. Then I have to add the milk?
The regular milk.
Regular milk.
Okay, so can you go over that one more time? You cook the rice in the rice cooker, 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. When the rice is cooked, then you set that aside. Then you boil some raw sugar cane.
Yes.
How many nodes of sugar cane do you use about?
I use like four notes.
4 nodes of sugar cane.
Yes.
And you take the skin off the sugar cane, or you just leave?
No, it's sugar.
Oh, sugar,
No,
not
that-
sugar cane. Oh, I thought we
Yeah,
were
they
going...
call. I saw in the paper was sugar cane. That's why I
Oh.
am saying that.
Oh, okay. So how much sugar?
There is like a bowl. This is brown bowl. Yeah, like that. Small ones.
Like a block.
Yeah.
Whole block.
It's not a
Are
block,
you
but
using brown sugar or
Yes.
regular sugar? Granulated sugar?
No,
or-
it's sugar that's
compact sugar.
Molded.
Molded.
in cubes.
Oh, so this is kind of like raw sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, about how much sugar do you use, roughly?
How much sugar you use?
That 4 brown.
Four blocks of, can you
Brown
buy
sugar.
these blocks here in town?
Yes.
In
Yes.
the supermarket?
Yeah, you can go to the
Wholesalers
Mexican place.
Oh, I
place,
see,
yeah.
I see. And so you get
Mexican
4 blocks of
section,
sugar, you
Mexican
get some
section.
clove and some cinnamon, and mix it with water and boil it, and add some condensed milk, 1 can of condensed milk, and mix it together, and then you mix it into the rice,
Yes,
and then you get some regular milk.
add it to
And
make
about
more.
how much
Yeah.
regular milk do you add?
Oh, I have to add some more over here. Maybe half gallon. What is that?
Okay, about
Like 4 cups or.
about 4 cups,
Yes.
and then you just mix it together, and that's a
Yeah,
rice
that
pudding.
much, yeah.
Okay. So now you're gonna
I'm gonna add more.
little more milk.
Yeah, make it more liquid.
We have
Okay.
to.
So
Usually,
this
you have
is
to boil this one, but how we do everything
One thing about making arroz con leche is that
take time.
it takes time, but the fresh one is not as good as
the day old one.
the day old one.
Kind of like stew, huh?
Yeah,
Tastes better the day after. Okay.
Yeah. and I guess my wife was more concerned about the students over here. That's why she wanted to make it taste better.
So you made it yesterday.
Yeah, and besides that, she added the
All the juices soaking in there.
yeah.
Okay. Gonna taste good then.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yes, it's good.
Oh, I tasted. They make. You can get rice pudding at the supermarket, but I found out that over there they use coconut milk. You mix it with, but we don't use coconut milk.
Okay. So that's arroz con leche.
Yeah.
Leche is milk, right?
Yeah, leche is milk. Arroz is rice.
Rice. Okay.
Con is
With.
preposition with.
All right.
See, you're learning.
Yeah.
This is Spanish 101.
Okay.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, so that's arroz con leche.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? What shall we do next?
Next, we're still cooking the big breakfast.
What are we gonna do, Arnold? Cassava?
Yeah, I'm gonna start on the cassava before we run out of time.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna mash the cassava.
Okay. So this is the cassava that Arnold peeled and then he boiled until you can poke a fork in it real easy. And
Yeah,
then-
well, I
Too
don't
much,
know.
you have to do.
Huh?
Too much, too full.
Oh, I gotta take out some because it's too full. She says.
Too much. Why don't you get another container and put some,
And if you cook the yellow cassava with the white cassava, the yellow cassava is hotter than the white cassava.
okay.
You still gonna put-
So,
Because,
Arnold, do we have both the white and the yellow cassava at the sustainable
Yeah.
plot on the farm? Okay. Oh yeah, you can see the white and the yellow cassava. Maybe our overhead camera can zoom down.
See, this is the white cassava here. It's
Okay.
soft. The yellow cassava is still hard.
Okay, there we go. Okay, point out the white one, Arnold.
This one is the white one. It's real
Okay.
soft already. But this yellow cassava is still hard.
So you got to
Not as
boil
much.
the yellow one a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then,
Which I'm gonna make this one? Mash. Okay, I'm gonna mash it now.
okay, just like mashed potato, huh?
Yeah.
Just break and put
Okay.
it. Just scramble it.
So this is almost like mashed potato, but you're gonna put some cheese in there and you're gonna put some pork in there.
Yeah. In South America, we didn't have. We used to make a lot of cassava, cook a lot of cassava, and we had something made out of the trunk of a tree. We used to make a dig it out just by burning it. And then we used to, over here they have what they make mochi out of, powdered rice. We had something similar to that.
Itsu.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's what we used to do.
And that's how you mashed cassava.
Yeah, that thing comes in handy because we used to use it for mashing cassava, also to take the hulls out of the rice.
You can probably use a poi pounder too, huh? And a poi board to smash your cassava.
Yeah, probably can.
Okay. So once you mash it, then what you're going to do?
We're gonna put the cheese in there.
Okay.
It's hot.
The same mozzarella cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And so you just put in cheese to taste, huh?
yeah, whatever amount you want. But you can just have. You don't even have to put meat in it. You just put. You can just put cheese and a little bit salt and.
Oh, this one looks like you're putting in cheddar cheese, huh?
Yeah.
This one.
Okay. Cheddar cheese to taste.
Yeah.
And that kind of adds some color to it too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna add salt.
A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper.
No, we don't put pepper in.
Oh, okay,
Just
only salt. Okay. So, did you have to make your own salt in Bolivia, or did you have salt over there?
What was it? I think you could buy this type of salt, but most people, what they had was, I guess it was cheaper. They used to buy those blocks of salt. So they had to chip it away and
Smash it up.
smash it up with their rocks,
Wow, that is.
And you don't smash it up with real good, it might break your teeth when you're eating food.
Wow. That's what I call hard living out here.
You live in the jungle.
Well, if you live long enough, you get used to that kind of life.
Rural.
You might even like it.
So, do you suggest some of our students here go into the Peace Corps?
Oh, I think it's a good experience for them, being in another country. And I think you learn a lot.
And you experienced all kinds of tropical diseases and tropical insects out there in Bolivia?
Yeah, it was, I always tell Jack, since he's an entomologist, that Bolivia was an entomologist's paradise because there's a lot of insects out there. Hawaii, it's nothing compared to over there.
So you had to be aware of big ants that can really bite you and give you a big sting.
Yeah, I didn't know there was big ants like that, and I didn't know that ants could sting.
Okay, and then you're going to add the meat to that?
Well, we want to add the meat, but seems like we're slow in cooking, even the eggs. I don't know what's wrong with your stove.
Yeah, I hope I don't run out of gas. We got gas, huh?
Looks like it. Is this one?
So I don't know whether we can finish cooking even the eggs. But anyway, we'll just have the masako with just the cheese, I think, because
Okay,
by the
so
time I get the meat, I don't think it might be over already.
okay,
So
just put it on high.
like this,
Okay.
just like this. Or-
Okay, so this masako is minus the
The meat.
The meat. But anyway, what we'll do now is we'll prepare the patties.
Okay, so this is like cassava hash browns.
Oh, without the
Is that hash browns?
Yeah, it's hash brown.
Okay.
That's made out of, I don't know if she added cheese to that, but I know that she added corned beef.
Okay. So you get the boiled cassava and then you smash it up and add some corned beef to it and then make it into patties and fry it?
Yeah. And cassava, if you boil it and then you fry it, oh, it's very delicious. It's better than French fries. Maybe not as healthy, but because it absorbs a lot of oil.
Okay.
But it's real delicious.
That looks good. So your cassava is just like potatoes.
Yeah, very similar to potatoes.
Potato substitute out there.
Yeah, you can even add it to your soup, I think.
And the beautiful thing about cassava is it just grows wild.
Yeah, and you don't even have to take care.
You don't even have to take care of it. And in about 8 months, you'll have all the tubers.
Yeah. Just remember, if you're going to make a
You're going to use this
bedding of cinders, keep it low. Don't let it go too high because you'll knock it down when it's matured. Strong wind.
Oh, don't let the cassava grow too tall.
Yeah, just keep it at about 5 feet.
So you just keep whacking it down?
Yeah, you probably have to do it maybe 3 or 4 times before you harvest.
Okay.
Oh. But if you have it grown in maybe the Hamakua region, you have to keep it too low because soil will go deep in the ground.
Okay.
No, so that's
Okay,
fine.
what else are we doing over there, Arnold? You got to explain what we're doing.
You're going to make the patties.
Okay, we're going to make the cassava hash browns. And you have some hash browns made
the
already?
hash brown is already prepared.
Okay.
So all we have to do is fry it, and then also they're gonna fry the cassava by itself.
Okay, so the hash brown, what else do you have mixed? You just have corned beef mixed in the hash browns?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just corned beef.
Okay.
I think she used that. I think there's 2 types of corned beef. The one in the big can and the small can. The one in a round can and the one in a rectangular can, I guess.
Did you folks know that? Now you know. There's 2 types of corned beef hash that you can buy. Oh, the corned beef hash is the one that's got...
I'm talking about the corned beef.
Corned beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 types.
Okay. One that comes in a rectangular can and one that comes in a round can.
Yeah. The round can is big. And we use that because it is the corned beef, the meat inside is like strips. It's
The
not like,
European one.
it's
So
not
the
like
rectangular can is better because you can get a square
Not the
meal out of it.
Brazilian, not the
No.
American.
The round can is better.
Okay. All right. So maybe you can get the overhead camera on our complete breakfast and kind of explain what we've
Well,
got
it's not
there.
complete yet. We didn't put in a plate.
Oh, you got to do some more to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about a bowl? Plate.
There's some more plates right over there. Yeah.
This one.
Okay. So how do you plate up your complete breakfast?
Just put everything together.
Okay. How do you put it together? So you make the eggs kind of over easy?
Yeah. I think I would make it just, what, sunny side up?
Or sunny side up?
But
Okay.
she made it 2 sides.
Okay. And you could also, if you wanted it scrambled, you can have it scrambled also?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't make scrambled.
Or you don't make scrambled eggs in
They
Bolivia?
don't make scrambled eggs.
Okay. Okay, so we're putting the finishing touches to the complete breakfast. How do you pronounce that again?
Desayuno completo.
Desayuno completo.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Desayuno completa.
Completo.
Completo.
Completo. Pretty good, huh? Can you folks say it? It's going to be on the exam now. Okay, so we're plating up the Diseno Completo.
Yeah.
You want to
Okay.
put one, two?
And this is what you can buy in the restaurant.
Right.
And so this would be a typical dish
Yeah.
for one person?
One person.
Wow. That is a complete breakfast.
But over here we have to divide it because we didn't make for everybody, you know.
Oh, man, I don't know if I can handle that for breakfast. That's quite a bit.
And you have that with coffee.
With coffee.
Yeah, it's real good.
Okay.
Even the masako, you have it with coffee.
Can turn that.
Okay. Okay, so how's the hash browns coming?
Good.
Teddy,
Sure.
hash browns coming all right? Not
Yeah.
enough heat?
Well, they'll be done by tomorrow, I think.
Okay. You mean your stove at home is better than mine?
Yeah.
Okay. And what else are you going to do, Arnold?
Well, we can continue with the.
Cassava frito?
Oh, see.
Do we want to do that?
You know what we can
Say,
do,
they have too
Arnold?
much cassava over there.
Why don't you bring that other stove up? Just bring that other one up, and that one, I guarantee you, if you don't watch it, you're going to burn it.
Okay.
Okay? That's my super hot stove.
We should use this.
I know, I'm sorry.
Which way?
Okay? Yeah, you can just put it anyway.
With the cord.
Here, let me bring this thing out a little bit. Okay.
Okay, now we can do the gandula and the fried cassava
let's
at
see
the
if
same
this thing
time.
starts up.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, we start like gandules.
Okay. So we're going to do a
This one.
ganduli what?
Bean.
Beans.
Gandule.
Actually, I don't think we have a name for it. We're just doing a dish.
Pigeon peas.
Yeah, the reason why we're doing this dish is that when I was in Bolivia, we had one of our partners of the farm. He went to a university in Puerto Rico, and after he graduated, he came back to work on a farm, or he worked at the high school because he was a egg teacher. And when he came back, he brought these beans, and he said in Puerto Rico they use these beans a lot. They like these beans. And he thought that it would be good, do good in our area. So we started planting it with the rice. When we planted the rice, and then when the rice harvest was there, the gandula beans were ready to be harvested also. And that was one crop that really caught on in our region. Everybody was planting that, and that's a protein source also. So and everybody likes it. So every year they have it. And if you prune that gandula tree or shrub, it'll produce for 2-3 years. So you don't have to plant every year.
Okay, so Doumi, you put in some oil and some onion,
Yep.
and then what did you add now?
Meat, pork.
Pork.
Pork. Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of pork is that? Pork butt? Any kind
What
of
was
pork?
that?
So you can use any kind of pork.
Okay, just cut it into bite-sized
Yeah.
pieces. Okay, and fry it.
Yes.
I guarantee you're going to cook that pork in a hurry with this stove.
Yes, you know what you need is for the Diseno Completo.
Next
No,
time.
this is for lunch.
Okay.
She said this is for lunch.
Okay.
Well, it can be dinner also.
So we've done the complete breakfast, the papaya bean salad, the cucumber tuna salad, masako, and we're doing the ganduli or pigeon peas now?
Yeah, and this is
Oh.
that's good.
Okay, so if you want to see what the pigeon peas look like, if I could have the Elmo, let me see if I can. This is what pigeon peas look like, okay? And so what you got to do is you got to take the beans out of the pod. Is that right, Arnold? Arnold, are these pods ready to open up?
Yeah.
So what you do is you just open the pods up, and then you can see the beans in there. That's the Gonduli beans. And where did it go? It flew away. Just a sec. Stay with me, folks. So now I'm going to zoom down onto the pea, and there. Okay, that's what the Gonduli beans look like. Okay. So how are we doing over here?
Oh, she's adding the tomato.
Okay, add to the pork, you add the tomatoes. Diced tomatoes, about what, 1 tomato?
So 3, 4 tomatoes.
3 or 4 tomatoes, okay. And then?
She's going to add comino or cumin.
Cumin, okay, that's powdered cumin to taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife is very good in cooking because she'll look what we have in the kitchen and she'll make a dish with whatever we have. So doesn't have to be something from the recipe book.
Okay.
If there is nothing, I don't know.
Okay. And this is what you call just Gonduli.
Yeah. There's a Gonduli plate, but we haven't added Gonduli yet.
Okay.
We're gonna add the green one, and we didn't have enough to harvest from the farm, so we're gonna add the Gonduli that we got from the store.
Okay.
Beans. And the one from the store is not the green type. It's already dried.
Dried, so you gotta
cooked.
boil it.
But it's already cooked.
Oh, it's cooked.
Yeah, in the can.
Oh, in the can.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
because we didn't have enough green Gonduli to
Okay.
put this plate.
All
But if anybody's interested in having seed, I'll have some ready at the office, the College of Ag office next week, Monday. If you want the seed.
You want to plant
plant.
some Gonduli plant.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long does it take before you can get the pods?
I think it would take at least 5 months
5 months. Okay.
from planting.
And then that's another one that you don't have to fertilize, right?
Hardly.
Okay.
But you gotta prune it a little. It'll get out of hand.
Okay.
Get too big.
All right. So you're gonna add the Gonduli beans.
Add, Doumi.
That's a bit
Where's the beans?
Over here.
You drain it?
Yeah, she did.
And the Gonduli beans is straight from the can.
Yeah, I'm cooking.
And you drain the juice out.
Want your green one?
Yeah. Huh?
You drain the juice out.
Yeah, we already drained the juice out.
Okay. And then how long do you cook that? You have to make sure you cook the Gonduli beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when she's in green, it'll cook.
Okay. And then just kind of toss that around and.
Yeah.
That's,
Besides that, Teddi said that it tastes good without cooking it. Tastes good
The
raw.
Gonduli beans, you can eat it raw.
Well, she did.
Not dead yet.
No, Teddy says it's okay. It must be good.
She liked it, in fact.
Okay. Kind of like eating soybeans that you kind of boil a little bit and then kind of squeeze the beans into your, well, whatever. Okay, how are we doing now?
I don't know, because Doumi is busy doing some other stuff. I wasn't supposed to be cooking this.
Arnold wanted me to cook my Kahlua cabbage, but I says no, next time.
Yeah, man. Jack's good
Okay.
at Kahlua cabbage. He always cooks it when we have a party. Also, he's good at, well, I guess chicken long rice, huh?
Chicken long rice, yeah.
What's the secret of Making good chicken long rice.
oil.
Get some good old chicken.
You're doing good.
Tastes better, huh?
Yeah, you just boil that chicken until the bones fall off, and then separate the bones, and you got the chicken broth there, and add your long rice and what have you. Okay, how we doing?
Okay, I'll go add a little bit salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pimienta.
Yeah.
Whoa, not too much. Easy on the salt.
Yeah, I forgot we're not that young anymore.
I see the students brought water tonight, so. Okay, and a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
¿Vas a poner agua? El mismo café, la verde.
So, Arnold, you're gonna have time to do the cassava fritos?
Yeah, we can, yeah, pretty soon we'll cook it. Once she's over with the patties, we'll cook it.
Man, why don't you put the patties on this one?
Because we don't have another frying pan.
No, bring the frying pan over here. It'll cook faster.
Might burn the patty.
Okay, there you go, Teddy. Now you got some flame. Just
burn it now.
Make sure you don't burn it now. This stove here is hot, super hot.
Okay.
Okay.
We can have question and answer and they'll continue.
Shall we go to question and
Yeah,
answers?
because it's after 8 o'clock.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we've come to that portion of the class where those of you in the viewing audience, and of course those of you here in the classroom, can call in and ask questions. We have Arnold Myasaki with us, our educational specialist who takes care of the livestock on the university farm. We have his wife Doumi, and of course Teddi Brown, our pre-veterinary medicine student. And if you have any questions about sustainable agriculture or about any of these dishes that have been prepared for you tonight, please give us a call. The numbers are on the screen, 974-7726 and 961-9046. And of course, those of you on the outer islands, I hope you use your cell phone so you don't call us collect, but you can call us collect if you wish. Okay, the dishes that we prepared for you this evening, if we can get our overhead camera on our table while we wait for our phone calls, we'll kind of go over the different dishes that have been prepared for you. So if we can get our overhead, we have a caller. Will the first caller let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please. From Kona. Okay, and your question?
What kind of oil do you use?
What kind of oil are you using,
Vegetable.
Arnold, Doumi?
Vegetable oil to fry.
Vegetable oil?
To fry, yeah.
Okay.
And for the salad, I use
Olive oil?
olive oil.
Okay, for the salad they use olive oil, and for the cooking they use regular vegetable oil, any kind of vegetable oil.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
another question? No, okay. From Kona, thank you for calling.
Hi,
Hi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kauai.
Kauai, okay, and your question?
Could you explain how they make the cucumber tuna salad?
Okay, cucumber tuna salad. Arnold, go ahead.
It's easy to prepare. All you do is get 2 or 3 cucumbers, peel the skin off, take out the seed, and just chop it up and put it in a bowl, and then you mix the tuna in and cut the, I guess you call it what, julienne cut, the onions. And I guess over here you can use the Maui onions because it's sweeter. And just add pepper and vinegar and salt.
Olive oil. Huh?
Olive oil. And
taste.
also, I guess my wife added lemon and parsley also.
A little, okay.
And it's very simple to do.
Does that answer the question on Kauai?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling, and I think we have, do we have another caller? No callers, so I guess while we wait for some phone calls, maybe let's get the overhead camera over the various dishes, and Arnold can explain what we prepared. We have our caller, so will the caller let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please. Hello, where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Oahu.
Okay, and your question?
Okay, the question is, where do you get the cassava?
Where do
Is
you
it
get the
tapioca
cassava?
root?
Yes, well, you know, Arnold, you can explain, where can they get some cassava?
You're talking about Oahu over here.
Oahu. Look in the camera, Arnold.
Oahu.
I don't know where you can get cassava in Oahu. Maybe you can talk to the extension agents over there, but I don't know if Jack can send some cassava over there. Cut it.
Well, maybe Arnold might be able to send you some cassava cuttings. All you do is just put the cuttings into the ground and...
Good. That is interesting. Where does it originate, the cassava?
What was the question again?
Origin.
The cassava, where does it originate? Where does it
Arnold?
grow? Where do you get it usually? In
Where-
Bolivia?
No, it's all over the third world countries. You can have it in South Pacific, Asia, Africa, Central
So
America.
why don't we get it here?
Because we're not a third world country. No, just kidding you.
Okay, the only place here in Oahu, in Honolulu, there is a store by the name of Daye.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw the root there, and they told me that's tapioca, but it's similar to cassava.
Okay, you could probably go to the market, downtown market in Chinatown, and you might find cassava in one of the stores over there.
I am every time, practically every week, I'm in Chinatown, and I never seen the cassava there.
You never saw?
No.
Do you have a plot of land where you can plant the cassava?
No, I'm in Honolulu.
Oh, okay.
No land around
Must
here.
live in a condominium then or something. Huh? Okay.
But do they have
Geez.
seeds, or how does it grow?
Well, maybe one of the callers, from Oahu can give us a call and let us know where they might find some cassava on Oahu. I really don't know where you can get cassava on Oahu.
You give first an appetite, and then you're trying to get the cassava, and the appetite goes out of the window.
On the Big Island here, we've got a lot of land and we've got a lot of cassava, but I guess on Oahu there, you know, land is kind of scarce unless you live out in the country.
That's right.
But if you live in
So what do you
Honolulu,
think?
then it's going to be kind of tough. Too much asphalt and too much concrete over there.
That's right. So there is no other way, but like I said, the diet store.
You know,
they
maybe
call-
in some of those Filipino markets over there on Oahu, I think there's some downtown. You might be able to find cassava there.
No, but we have
There is the Filipino.
we have here a South
Filipino
American store
Uh-huh.
by the name of La Raza. Maybe there they can, maybe there
They might have it there.
they might have it there. But is that the cassava and tapioca the same family, or is it the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing?
The cassava is actually tapioca. Yeah.
Ah, so the Daye has it.
Okay. Do you have another question
Well,
for
if
us?
If you have any way that I can find it different, I can leave you my phone number. You can call me.
Okay, your phone number. What's your phone number?
808
Okay.
949
Okay.
2929.
2929. Okay. I hope, well, maybe some of my fans might be able to call you up and let you know where you might be able to get some cassava. Okay?
That's right, because you know that they're so good, the food, you know, because I went to Central America,
Ah,
and I know the food's there. So you see, you gave me now again an appetite because cassava is not here, and what am I going to do?
Fly over to Hilo and come join us tonight.
So you bring me out there with pleasure. But you can call me. Are you going to call me?
I will call
Okay,
you.
I will give you a call tomorrow.
I will call you.
When tomorrow? So I'll be this number.
Okay, when are you available? In the morning or in the afternoon?
8 o'clock in the 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
Right. My name is Miss Gretzer.
okay. Well, you know, I'm getting old and sometimes I forget, but I'll try not to forget and I'll try to call you
I'll
up.
get you. I have your phone numbers. I call you.
Okay, if I forget, you call me up.
And you're all
Okay.
invited to my house. Good.
Okay, that's a deal. Okay? Okay, thank you for calling from Oahu, and I think we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Hello, where are you calling from?
I'm from the Big Island.
Okay, and your question?
I just want to know how your food is served.
Okay, well, we can get, I guess while we take the phone calls, maybe we can just scan over the overhead camera can scan over the dishes that we prepared for you or prepared for the class tonight. So, and then while we're scanning the different dishes, we'll take the next callers. Okay? And maybe you could zoom down onto
Is it
each.
garnished with any?
Yes, go ahead.
Is it garnished with anything on top, or is it just that whole thing?
Well, why don't the overhead camera zoom down on each individual dish and then pan across, and then you can see all the different dishes, okay? And then just go ahead and pan, and then we'll take the next phone call, okay? Okay, we'll take the next caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please?
Dr. Fujii.
Yes, Harusu Joe, go ahead.
This is Harusu Joe.
Yes.
You know, I want to know something about cassava from Arnold.
Okay.
You know, it's hard for me to know when to harvest, and so the thing is don't become stringy, you know.
Okay. Arnold, when do you harvest the cassava?
If it's growing good, you can start harvesting from 8 months to a year, even a little bit past a year. You can still harvest the cassava. And the way you can tell if it's ready to be harvested is the bottom part of the cassava plant is going to be losing its leaves, so you'll be like a woody stalk. And you can scrape the bottom of the cassava a little bit, and you can actually see the size of the roots. And if it's pretty big, you can harvest the cassava already. And I know cassava produces a lot of root, and sometimes it's too much if you harvest all the plant at once. So what we usually do is we just harvest what we need, 1 or 2 roots, and leave the rest intact. And next time you need again, you harvest some more.
Kind of like a food bank.
Huh?
Like a food bank. You just leave it in the ground.
Don't harvest everything at once, because if you can't use it, it's just a waste. Because you got to use it within 2 or 3 days. So that's how I find if it's matured or not.
So about, generally speaking, about 8 months after you plant.
Yeah, 8 months to a year.
Okay.
The one that I showed you is a small cassava root. A big cassava root, you can have it about 4 or 5 times bigger than that.
Does that answer the question, Harusu Joe?
Yeah, but you know why I quit growing cassava?
Why is that?
Because my neighbors and different other people, they don't know the difference between pakalolo and that. And the people always thought I was growing pakalolo in my yard, you know. And it was getting so pesky that I stopped growing it.
Okay, well, I'm
But I
gonna
didn't know how
put.
to find out
if I can have the Elmo one time, you can see the cassava plants growing there. See, I guess, well, it does have kind of the shape of leaf-like. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay, there we go. So I guess when Arnold, when the leaves fall off the bottom portion here.
Yeah, you
then,
can see the other snapshot.
Okay, now this is the other photograph here, and you can still see some leaves down at the bottom.
Yeah, but you can see the stalks already, yeah? So
Yeah.
that should be about ready to be
So
harvested.
once you see the stalks like this, it's ready to harvest.
Yeah, you can start
So
harvesting.
you just kind of dig the soil around here, and when you see the tubers, then you can just harvest.
Yeah.
Okay, does that
When
answer the
I
question?
Yeah, when I harvested that, I planted, I boiled it with the skin and all, see?
Uh-huh.
And when the thing cracked, it came out just like strings, you know. And
I
then
think
after
the
that,
tubers were too old.
yeah, and after that, the helicopters and people used to bother me so much with that cassava, thinking
Oh.
that I was growing that stuff. So I quit growing it.
I hear
People
you.
don't
I
know
hear
the
you.
difference. You know, they only see pictures of this stuff. Huh?
Boy, but they're not
Anyway.
going to get you, Harusa Joe.
Anyway, Arnold, thank you for that tip about looking around for the roots while as you need them, because I used to harvest the whole thing, and it was hard to harvest the whole thing because it had so much roots, huh?
Yeah.
And like you said, you can't use them all.
Right.
So, anyway, thank you for the tip, Arnold.
Okay, thank you, Harusu Joe.
Okay, well, thank you for calling, and I don't think we have any phone callers, so for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194C, Focus on Agriculture, and we are coming to you live this evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus, and we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
I'm calling from Kaneohe.
Okay, and your question?
After you fry the bananas, do you salt it?
Do you salt the bananas? Arnold?
No.
No. Just you don't put any.
If you wanted to, you can salt the bananas. But we don't usually salt the bananas.
And
The fried.
is the banana sweet?
Yeah, it's sweet.
And the cheese that you added to the cassava,
Yeah.
is that something that you decided to put in, or was this something from the jungle too?
Well, as I was explaining, I lived in South America near a jungle, or right by the jungle, but we had a dairy farm, and we produce our own cheese. So that's the reason why we added cheese. We can add meat too.
Oh, that's really interesting.
No?
And I must have been missing something. What kind of vinegar were you using, white or brown?
We use the brown one, that's apple cider. You can use any vinegar.
Okay, and one more question.
Sure.
Can you describe what cassava tastes like?
It's kind of bland. It's like a potato, I guess. Very
But if
similar.
you put the cheese in there, and if you put the pork in there, it's ono.
Yeah, like Jeff said, broke them out.
Is it a grainy taste?
Grainy taste? No.
It's almost like smashed potatoes.
Oh, I think I'm going to go look for it and try your recipe.
Yeah, go to the farmer's market, but be sure you buy a fresh one.
Okay.
Yeah?
Very interesting program tonight. I really enjoyed this one.
Oh, thank you very much. I knew you would,
Thank you.
because
Good night.
Arnold always puts on a good show. Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
You can buy the cassava from Dae.
Okay.
Yung cassava on Thai.
The cassava can be from Thai.
Okay. Thank you
I
very.
think, but I don't know yet because I'm going to Thai tomorrow. I go look into it.
Okay. Thank you very much. So now you know where to go on Oahu to get your fresh cassava.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. And I think we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
I'm calling from Hawaii.
Okay, and your question?
I have a question on the cassava.
Okay.
Can I use the frozen shredded cassava instead of the fresh one?
Arnold, can you use a frozen grated cassava?
I don't know because I haven't tried it.
But
I guess you can use
But
it.
once you cook the cassava, you can probably grate it and then you can store it in the freezer, right?
Yeah, you can, once you cook it, you can freeze it and there's no problem. Then when you take it out, you microwave it or you steam it.
Oh, steam it, yeah.
Yeah, comes okay.
That answer the question from Kauai.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. We have another 3 minutes. We have about another 3 minutes to go. Do we have any questions from the classroom here?
Jeff, maybe they can put a fried cassava.
What's this?
The fried
Oh,
cassava.
can we get the overhead camera on? Where is it on? You got to tell them.
Right here.
Okay, get the overhead camera right on the stove there, and Arnold's going to show you the cassava frito, right?
Yeah.
There we go, cassava frito.
It's like golden brown. It's just about ready.
It almost looks like French fries, right?
Yeah, very similar.
And then all you do is just kind of salt that.
Salt, yeah.
Salt, garlic.
And just like having some real good French fries, right?
Yeah, my wife said that she prefers salt and garlic.
Okay, so you put a little bit of salt and garlic with that, and it should be really good.
Parsley.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have we have a question from the classroom? Great. Go ahead, Marilyn.
You know the banana?
Okay.
You said it's similar to the cooking banana?
It is a cooking banana.
It is.
Oh, it is? That's what you use from here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is you know the banana in Bolivia, is it sweeter than our cooking banana? Or it is the same thing?
It's about the same. This is a cooking banana that I found very similar to the one that we have. The only one, the thing about this banana here is that the bunch is it's big, but it's how do you say? It's not.
Because it's real thick. Hawaii.
No, it's not full. They have maybe about three hands. And the one that we have in Bolivia, the whole thing is...
We'll take the last caller. This is the last caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please. Hello, you're on the air. We've got to make it quick.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Where are you calling from?
Wahiwa, Hawaii.
Wahiwa. Okay, and your question?
Yes, I just tuned in. And I wanted to know how I saw the kandori beans, how it started it.
The ganduli beans.
Yeah, the one you were cooking with its part.
Right? No.
What was we're using the fresh ganduli beans and the canned ganduli beans because we didn't have enough fresh ganduli beans.
Oh, how did you start it? The recipe.
Oh, it's, I don't know if we're going to have time for this because we've completely run out of time and I'm going to have to end the program. Just give me a call at 974-7393 and I'll let you know. So this is Jack Fujii saying thank you for watching. And I want to thank Arnold Myasaki and his wife Doumi and Teddi Brown for joining us this evening and sharing some of this South American cooking. And next Thursday, we're going to have Kaikoto Restaurant here in Hilo. So I hope you join us next Thursday evening. This is Jack Fujii saying have a good night.